So I wanted to make a tutorial today on suspendable chest harness or hip harnesses that are meant to be sustainable in and of themselves. So the idea is if you're doing something like this for suspension, you should be able to easily go up there, have your full body supported, and be able to get spinnies or flip upside down fairly easily. As always, go ahead and grab your bite. You'll need 2 long ropes for this one, potentially more, I forget. Maybe like a shorty or something, but we'll see. Okay, and then an up line if you're going up. So you'll start with the waist rope. We're gonna do a bow line. It's not mandatory, but I find it's the most stable. In this first wrap around your waist, keep in mind that this is going to be a huge supportive area is this waist strap, but also at the very end, we're going to put in a second waist rope. So you don't want it to be too high or too low because the second one is probably going to go above it. So do your bow line. Okay. Let's see. Now, how do I do this? Just kidding. So I kind of bounce around on doing this. I don't really do one side and then leap over to the other. It's kind of a little bit of a messy organic process that we're going to go through together. The major areas of support are going to be a double wrap here and here, and then you're going to have another one here, and then across the butt. So we're going to explore that by hopping over and go ahead and grab that first one. So we're gonna make our frame for our whole thing. So come through the thigh, come once and pass through to the second one, and then we will do one of these where we come over. This is the style of wraps I do in my fudos. This is the style of wraps I do in my corsets. It's a very standard Lindsay wrap. Or whatever my name is these days. So at this point, all we've done is made a double wrap here for support. We need to move away at this point. If we flip over and go back under, so my inclination is to want to do that to floor the other side, but keep in mind to do that, we're going to immediately jump back up and wrap around. So, I mean, honestly, it's fine if you skip the flooring of the other side and you jump over, you'll probably be fine too, but I don't know. So we'll just go ahead and do it like this for safety. And then when you want to come back up, you're just going to leap up here and immediately start to sword wrap. Now you could sword wrap this completely, but you do want to leave a little bit of space because we're going to come back and grab this in a minute. So I wouldn't do it like 100%. I would just do it for stability and to eat rope. And hop up here because we're going to cross over to this side. You could do it like this, or you could, for stability, come in and hook this and then cross over. It's kind of, dealer's choice on how much you want to ignore this little bite here, on how much you're going to want to do that. So we're going to hop over here to the next one now. We'll need to extend rope, so we'll go ahead and do that. I do think this takes more than 2 ropes, so I think this does take 2 ropes and a super shorty or shorty. Okay, extended rope. I'm gonna leap over here and we're gonna build that same structure. And we're gonna do so by coming here and then imagine this is where we're going to grab it. So we're gonna kind of hold it while we tension the rest. Come around once, back to that original point. I'm holding everything right here. All you do is again, jump over it and grab it, just like I do in almost all my styles of wraps right now. And then floor it. See, we've only grabbed one. Remember, so you got to floor it by jumping over and grabbing this one. And now you could, do it the way we did over there. You could probably jump crossed right here and come up. And that could be a cleaner way as opposed to doing kind of a dirty hitch and then jumping over it. I'm not sure of the stability here, but it feels about the same. So we'll just go with it on this side. And if we have more stress over here, then we'll know it's not good. Well, not know exactly. Knowing is half the battle. It's also impossible in some cases. You can't even know that your own mind exists, right? Much less the minds of others. Anyway, so once we're sword wrapping this is where we're going to jump and do the butt. About here, honestly. You want it about middle. So come around, across that thing. Just try to keep it even. You come over here, do cow hitch. Grab this, do a clean cow hitch is fine, or whatever your preferred method is. Come over once, hop under. And don't forget to hold open your hitching hole. See, I got it in my right hand right now, my hitching hole. And there she is. There she is. Pass her through the hitching hole. And it's always a good place to practice your cow hitches and your tightening, because you can, usually if you don't do it great, you can feel it loosen immediately. So make sure that's good and even as you can get it. Come back over this side. And so you can't quite do as clean of a cow hitch over here, but you can still do the same structure essentially. Yeah, so come over, and then you got these two lines. You're just going to do exactly that. Just make a false cow hitch and hop over. And if you need to see this a little bit clearer, let me put it right here. This is what it looks like. That's bad. Bad attempt here. So again, it's marked by the 3 bands that are all pretty evenly spaced. Yeah, so it should look something like that. And once you have done your other cow hitch, you'll just continue to sword wrap a bit just to stabilize. And then you're going to weave back up into the belt. And you can do this complicated or you can do it simple. I would, having this bit right here, I would probably come back through it and lock it as I travel by coming under the whole system and up through that hole that I'm holding open. And that way I can cross going to my left side and everything should remain in place. So tighten that up. Now you've got this. Now, depending on your body, you could go lower, you could go higher. It just depends on where it's going to feel good on you. You could suspend it just as is. I highly recommend doing a second waist strap because a lot of pressure is going to wind up there. And the more wraps you have stable, the way better it's going to feel. So you will need a shorty. Oh, goodness. What a day. What a life, right? Okay. Extending rope. I haven't decided if I'm going to go over or under yet. Part of me wants to say coming under would be just fine for me, but I want to, I usually build them above. So we're going to create a second waist strip here. So we've got this pretty much anchored in place. We'll come up, go around once. Go around twice. Until you are landed back here, and then you'll do the similar style of grabs that I'm constantly jabbering about. Pull it, floor it. So. And then at this point, you're done. You have extra, you can hide it, you can wrap it around the back or something, but I like to let it dangle. I will go ahead and stabilize the stem a little bit more by sword wrapping it and connecting it back into the bottom waist rope. And I'm going to anchor it on this side because it's mostly coming out of this side. So to achieve a little bit extra stability, we'll come around here, lock the whole thing back into the main system. Now we have a beautiful, beautiful little bud right here. Sorry, that was inappropriate little thrust. Let me see. Is it gonna work? A little bit more up. Yeah, so at this point, this is the whole system. You can lock it off. Just hop in here, eat up whatever extra rope you have, and do like a loopy grabby or something. Okay, it should look something similar to this. Most demarcated, I suppose you'd say, by the spacing of the wraps, the open crotch, and the wrap across the butt, which I do enjoy. Okay, so let's go ahead and try put it up and see what we think. We'll go ahead and do a Y hanger on it to gloriously grab it. So we're going to build what I lovingly refer to as a queen's upline. I'm going to get the camera. Oh, hey, that's perfect, actually. Queen's upline. Actually, no, queen's upline is like 5 hooks or more. This is only going to be 3. So we're going to, I usually grab it here, here, and then in the stem. And this allows it for it to pull on both waist ropes as well as this whole system down here. And it doesn't, I don't think it requires any more than 3. But we'll go ahead and run through those lines, come up above this, grab this. Did I miss one? Yeah, I missed one. You have to start all the way at the bottom. So, up. And then it's, oh wait, do you? And come under. I'm like, how do I build my thing? No, I don't think you do grab that bottom one. I think you start out in the middle one. Yeah, okay, sure, I'm like, whatever. I've only done like 3 of these. Come up, snake back down the other side. Do all your grabbies. You don't want an enormous double bite or anything because we want to go high up in the air. Okay, so we have a nice Duchess upline. Okay. It's like, how do I do uplines again? I always forget. The beauty of it is never forget. Unless you do forget. Okay. Y hanger in place, double bite. Okay, so test your jazz, see if it feels great. Mine feels great. We're all set up for a photo. Yeah, I'm gonna be that girl. We're doing a photo set too. Okay, let me put this camera on the ground so y'all be able to see what's going on here. Great. Perfect. Okay. I think this is one of the best ways to stretch your back out in the world. I think this is great, low stakes fun for your body. Depending on who you are, I have found chest harnesses have been giving me issues lately. And so moving to this has been kind of a joy to do something different. When you're pulling it up, you'll usually get an idea if it's gonna work or not, but not completely. Whew. Okay. I'm through there. I demand it. Oh. Okay. You go wrappies. I feel like I'm feeling a bite in that left thigh more than the right, and that could be just the way I tied it, the way it's loaded, but that is something I said that we would watch out for, specifically that area, so noted. Okay, now at this point, as you lean back, you'll find yourself losing control, but it should be something that you can sit in fairly comfortably, just like that. Now your chest is, the way it's really gonna work is you're gonna flip yourself upside down. Depending on your hard point, how the way it works, I don't know. This is how I do it. Yeah. So what do I feel? I feel like I need an adjustment right here. I'm gonna redress this. I think it's pinching skin more than anything else. So redress there, pinch skin. Upside down. What do I feel? I feel that I should have turned on the camera. I feel a very supportive waist stroke. I feel I am not out of frame. There. Oh God. This gives you an excellent opportunity to feel your body, listen to what's going on there. Both waist ropes appear to be evenly tensioned and wrapped. They feel good and supportive. Maybe the Y hanger could have pulled the thighs a little bit harder. It's a good moment to kind of just really do a body read. Check yourself. Notice the moment of breakthrough if there is one. Enjoy it above all else. And listen to your body. Have a mirror set up so you can check your rigging without having to flip up. Okay. I'll go ahead and come down. Now this is something, if you're truly skilled, you could tie yourself in a girdle like this while you're upside down. You could also add a fudo. If you had a leg already fudoed, you could add a lot to this by just standing up on one leg, doing the hip harness, and then throwing your leg up in addition. Okay, go ahead and come down. I'll leave that going for a second. Woo. That left thigh didn't end up bothering me, and I think it's because when I finally did go upside down, either the Y hanger probably wasn't tight enough on the bottom. I think I did it too even, honestly. I should have done the Y hanger a bit tighter on those bottom ones, anticipating that I was going to go upside down. I don't think I properly did that. And what that meant was that these weren't pulling quite as hard as I think they could have. Regardless, I'm sure I'll still have marks, things like that. But that is the hip harness that I've been working on. Again, let's see how it fared in back. The butt strap rode up a little bit. See, this is, honestly, that's a little loose. That probably could stand to be a little bit tighter. So, this is something that is super organic and easy to build. It's not pattern-based necessarily. You could add another wrap to this leg and do a like a 5-way Y hanger. and add more support down there even. I don't think there's any one true way to do this. I just wanted to make sure that I was able to, suspend in it by itself. So real quick, I wanted to go through a suspendable fudo, and I actually have been working on a different style lately, with a few considerations in mind, and I kanuki them a little bit differently now. So we'll try that, and this might be a good opportunity for me to see how that goes. Because I haven't lifted one by itself in a minute, I think. Well, not a minute, but I think I lifted it with something else. I can't remember, but I think I remember thinking it would be great by itself. Good story, right? It's like, yeah, sometimes I'll tell a really good story and then I'll be like, you could have just said nothing. Oh. Okay, hello Illy. We were going to go over a structured fudomomo real quick as a bonus addendum to today's lesson. I am now kanukiing them slightly different, and we'll explore that. One thing that I've been doing a lot lately whenever I untie is I do a lot of flamboyant motions in the sense of the way, and I'll demonstrate here in a second, on the way that I kind of throw the rope as I untie. And it's not throwing like getting rid of it. It's more like my goal whenever I do it, the style that I'm referring to, is to make the rope fly up in the air. And it almost looks like fire. It should be whipping up in the air, never touching the ground. And I will demonstrate what I mean. It usually, I don't know what happened there. Anyway, so it's a sense of milking the cow, and you usually need a little bit more rope. Yeah, I may not fully. And I was like, yeah, let me demonstrate this thing, and then I'm like, oh, I don't have enough rope to do it. Let's see. Let's just do the super quickest, super duper bow line, and I bet you I can demonstrate it as I pull it off. The super duperest of them all. Okay. It's gonna be perfect, I know. Get in there, stupid Gymshark pants. I love these pants. Okay, so we got the super duper bow line. So you're untying. You're gonna be going. Fuck, this is not gonna work. You know what? We'll do it with the fudo. We're about to do a fudo. Anyway, yeah, it's a point of pulling it out, milking the cow, and then as it goes up in your hands, you're going to be like whipping it through again, and it's going to go up the other side, and you're going to pull it back, and you're just going to keep doing that until you get so good that the rope is going to look like it's just kind of flying in the air as you're taking it off. It's like the coolest fucking thing. It works best to music, I find, when you're like really in your like music zone and you're untying. Good lesson. Okay, structured fudo. Slight variation from my normal method. Not much though. Bite. Don't look at my ankles. Why am I wearing socks? I'm like, oh. And take those off. Okay, bow line in place. And the structure of my soul to emerge. Loading on the inside or outside is something of a debate. Most people seem to think it's more comfortable on the inside. I typically find it's more comfortable on the outside. And it also can affect the way your back bends and the type of shape you make when you go up. I heard one of them makes you kind of bend forward and hunch forward, and the other one will kind of, make you want to arch your back, which creates obviously a more attractive form in a photograph. I feel like I experienced the opposite of what I was told, or told to expect, but I don't know. So we're just gonna do it on the outside. Go here, my normal wrappy scents, and do your little snag'ems. This style of wrapping is documented in many of my lessons. We can do a whole lesson on it if you need. You're gonna floor it by coming back around and grabbing the rope that you did not grab the first time. Jump to the other side and floor that as well, coming up this way. Looks like something got a little messed up there, but it's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and start immediately. Coming in second, we're gonna do 3 wraps to this one. That is, I believe, the best way if you're gonna do a single fudo lift. 2 wraps is just too judgmental. Okay, there's one, we'll floor it. Jump over, leaves us with our final one. I would say grab a shorty, but I think we all know that ain't gonna work. Let's try it anyway. Oh no, you know what? It will work, I think. I'm using 8-meter pieces right now, by the way. 40 being 4. Jump over, wrappy once. Wrappy twice. Same structure. Part of the reason I chose to kanuki these differently is, I'm not gonna lie, it's based on what I saw. I don't see people do kanukis the way I do. I see them do this other way. And so I figured I would explore. I may not have enough rope, but let's go ahead and do it anyway. I don't know how people are jumping over the other side, and I think the important part is to know what you don't know. To not know is to be human. So I don't know what they're doing there, but I know how I do it. So I'm traveling this way. I'm just gonna continue and make a faux 3rd wrap. And when I get to this side, I'm going to do the most jank thing you can imagine, but it's gonna do it, whatever, I don't care. We're gonna make a loop, and then we're gonna feed through and snag it and lock the whole thing in place. We call this jankness for a reason. And then we'll just pull this one down. This is where super shorties, oh, I actually have one. Wow, okay, yeah, I have a super shorty. So, extraordinary. Okay, so you got that. We'll go ahead and do this one as well. And you're just coming up over it, and then you're traveling down so that it won't slide up. So this way, there's no awkward traveling through the leg, which I generally have not had a problem with, but I do believe this is possibly going to be a lot more comfortable. So I've really only done it a couple of times, but that's why we're here. Well, let's check it out. How do I want to lock this? I'll probably just lock it into this part. Come on, babe. There you go. Okay, and then you finish your lock off with just something like that. I don't know, I'm like, it doesn't matter. I'm a bad teacher. Okay, so that is the structured fudo for a lift. We'll go ahead and Y-hang it now. Immediate thoughts. This part is not ideally tensioned. The biggest thigh wrap, but it's okay. I think a redress is all I need there, but we'll find out once we put pressure on it. For Y-hanger, I usually only grab like 2 of these, as opposed to grabbing, and I generally I've been grabbing from up here, these two, and I've been ignoring this last one. I'm not really certain on my preferred method yet for doing this lift. So let's just do something different. Let's grab them all. Except for that fake line. Make sure you ignore the fake line. Okay, so examining, oop, that's not gonna work, come under, right? Okay, so there's one, there's two, maybe this is a queen's up line. Yeah, so you got 5. So we're gonna do a 5er. When you're measuring out your space for your Y hanger, try to picture how much bite you're gonna need to finish the thing without having a shit ton extra, especially if your hard point is low and you wanna stretch out completely. You'll need a low double bite. So if your bite's all huge, it's gonna be counterproductive. So get all 5 together, line them up, like however you do, that helps your brain. If it helps you think of them like flying through Star Fox rings, do that. So, picturing how this is gonna load, I'm gonna go upside down and it's gonna go like that. So that means the back needs to be a little bit more snug, like that. There we go. So measure out your life in coffee spins, or, I mean, get your uplines in order, is what I'm saying. I think that's it. That's exactly what I need. Fucking jacked up shit here. I'll try my best to make this thing work. This is not a class on Y hangers or uplines. Call this a dirty one. Dirty girl upline. Okay, let's test it, see what happens. Can't walk. So again, if you do that hip harness and you already have a leg like this, you have a great 2-point suspension right there. Like, you already have a great 1 point, but you throw a leg in it, you're doing great. You're doing great or great. They're greater than great. Doing the greatest. Okay. Oh, my camera just fucking died. Come on. Oh, I did. I think that's some shit. Oh well. Somebody's not charging their toys. Oh, God. Okay, so that's a good high lift. Adore that. Got a little slip. Come down through the whole thing again. Come on, babe. Moves like this too, that require energy, like pushing things like through like that with your fingers and yourself suspending, be very aware of those decisions. Because if there's an easier way that requires less finger energy, depending on your situation, you may want to take it. I did not view it as too big of a hindrance that time, so, but when your energy in doing self-suspension, you need to meet it out as best you can so that you don't get fatigued and then you have to do work to come back down. I'm feeling confident about this so far. The practice load is not bad. Feels good. Okay. Oh, okay. Point of suckage. Right there. And I was wary about these wraps on my lowest part of my thigh here. So let's see if we shift that up a little bit. They're not well tensioned, so it's more like a double. Oh, it's not great. It's serviceable. You could definitely put a masochistic sub in it and she would love it probably. It's not my jam. Earbud. Yeah, this is not my favorite fudo, and it's purely because of that lowest wrap. Yeah, 100%. This strap right here fucking sucks. And when we take it apart, we're going to show exactly what happened. Because I can feel it 100%. And now, actually, I wonder if dropping the Y hanger on that side actually could make a bigger difference too. But again, I already caught the mistake before I went up that I, was like, I don't think that wrap's great. So, as far as the rest of it, everything seems to be staying in place pretty good. I feel, like I said, it feels supportive. And if I was trying to be a tough girl, I could probably sit there and break through it and stuff and start moaning and making all my sounds. That's how I break through. But I don't want to do that today because I'm tired. And the lesson was supposed to be on hip harnesses. But I hope that me going over the structure of this thing was meaningful at all. I still got some kinks to work out of it, but I'm generally happier with the style than I am the previous one. Especially when you choose not to Kanuki that top one the way I was doing it. It can be a pain in the butt. You don't want it to lift and slip over the knee. Okay, real quick in the deconstruction, I will attempt to flare the rope if I can. It's hot in here. Let's see. My style of putting rope up is bite to end, cut it in half almost, and then a slip knot. And that way your bite is quickly identifiable. And you pull the whole thing, as we know, and it all comes apart. So I recommend if you're not doing this with your rope, you start doing it. Once you get accustomed to it, it becomes very flowy, very natural when you're taking the rope off to just simply do this move, and then you can throw it, and that doesn't get all tangled up, and you don't got a floor full of snakes. I'm like, yeah, do this thing. It's real easy. And then I just don't do it. Yeah, I'm going to have to, usually it's standing up when you do the little rope flare thing, but it looks like that. So it looks like that. So it's this, and then as you pull the next one, you're doing it the same thing. But if you're standing up and you're quick enough, you can do that so the rope never touches the ground. And I think that's one of the more utility-based as well as performance showmanship-based aspects of untying. I think untying can be the most fun part is self-tire. And finding a way to quickly whip the rope off you and have it shoot up in the air like that as you pull it back towards you is really cool. And it's very flow-based, so it doesn't disrupt your rhythm or anything. And that's it. That's the entire class. That's everything I wanted to teach and go over. Oh my God, it's hot in here. Thank you.